Hi, mythographers. I wanted to talk today to you about this idea of liminality, liminal space, what it really means. I know I mentioned it when I talked about tricksters, but I didn't get to go very far into it because, well, you know, tricksters are liminal, but liminality isn't all trickster. So, and also I only have 10 minutes, so. Okay, so some of this will be a little bit of a repeat, but that's okay. I think it needs to be established for the foundation. So this word liminal stems from limen, which is the threshold on the door. I'm looking at my door, which you can't see, but there's a threshold there. The threshold is the limen, or the lintel. These are roots, words that come from the same root as liminal. And the idea is that that space between two rooms, which is what the threshold connects, right? It connects two rooms. So it has a job to do. But it's neither of this room nor that room. Stay with me on this concept for a second. What we're saying is that if you stand right in that doorway on the lintel or the limen or the threshold, whatever word you want to use, you are neither in that room nor in that room. But because you are not a flat two-dimensional being, you are in both rooms at the same time. Now, stay with me. This is a little complicated. If you're leaving one room, you were in the room, and now you are leaving it, and you're standing in that doorway. That is past tense. Being in that room is where you were, okay? And you are going to be in the next room. But in the present, right now, that moment of taking a breath, of a step, of pausing, of thinking, that moment, you're in both at the same time. The present tense is actually both past and future at the same time. So this is where liminal space is, okay? So it's kind of a weird philosophical, you know, if a tree falls in the woods, does anybody hear it kind of a thing. So you got to kind of hold on to your doubts, stick them in your back pocket, you know. If you're a very literal person, you're probably struggling. You know, once we left Hero behind, you know, we started with very definite things. We started with the origins, and then we went on to the destructions, right? Those are very definite things. We got a beginning, and we got an end. Excellent. And then we go on to Hero, and Hero is a very definite kind of thing, because a hero's job is to uphold those structures, right? That's what a hero is there to do. A hero is to save the day being, you know, something lost to us. So, you know, now we're in Trickster, in the second week, no less, and you may be struggling with that. If you're not struggling with it, awesome. That's fantastic. But you might be, and it's this liminal, amorphous kind of, you know, intangible kind of thing that you know, informs or infuses the trickster archetype. Now, I just use the word archetype, and I talked a little bit about archetypes, right? So so you feel pretty comfortable with their rounded, non-stereotypical kind of nature, right? You know, archetypes are dynamic, and they're changing and evolving, and they alter somewhat from one culture to another, and you're good with that, right? Well, now I'm going to suggest that, you know, I kind of disagree, especially where tricksters are concerned. I don't think tricksters are archetypes. I think they're mimetic, okay? Now, a meme, if you live under a rock, a meme is this continuing idea that changes and grows and evolves, and it's specifically related to technology. And in my research, what I found was that our trickster, for our millennial, post-millennial, you know, thinking, our trickster is different than the old traditional trickster. Maybe you're seeing that, maybe you're not. I mean, you don't have to go along on this little you know, adventure or tangent with me, you know, but But what I noticed was that our Trickster was different, and it's this liminal quality is really coming into play because we are such liminal beings now, you know. We are neither here nor there. We are not of the past anymore, you know. We had a revolution, a technological revolution, and some of us are still desperately trying to hold on to what was before technology came into our lives, and others of us don't even think about it. It just is, you know. Everything we need is in our phone. Right? There's an app for that. It's a joke, but is it? It's a fantastic kind of commercial. It's a, you know, gimmicky jingo, right? Because it really typifies how this thinking generation sees things. You know? Oh, you know, I wonder how much you know, corn syrup is in this product. Well, I have an app actually that reads that for me. I wonder how far I just walked. I have an app that reads that for me. What am I doing next week? I have an app for that, right? It can be emailed directly to me, texted to me. You know, my car is ready to pick up. They can text me. They can call me. I mean, if it's still a phone. I can take pictures of anything at any moment. And the more smart my phone, the more things I can do with it. And there's all kinds of stuff, right? I just downloaded an app. It was stupid, and I paid $1 for it, right? 99 cents, where you can see how ugly you are. Why? I don't know, because I read some stuff on it and it sounded funny, and it changes depending on whether you're smiling or not, and so I was having fun with it with some of my friends at the gym. But yeah, the gym, when you're not, you're like, you look gross, right? Well, except we know those people who go to the gym all decked out and with perfume and cologne and stuff on, but I'm not one of those. I don't talk to people like that. But there's an app for that, and this is part of this whole liminal thinking that we have going on here. So I see our archetypes changing, and they're changing in unique ways, and specifically the Trickster, the one that I've studied, is mimetic, and it is, the Trickster morphs and changes depending on who needs it for what purpose. Because Trickster can be a hero. Oh, let's talk about this for a minute. Okay, so we have this, you know, hero is this specific being. Hero is developed, made, orphaned, and created, whatever, to uphold the law, to find the law, recognize the law, find the law, uphold the law, and if the law can't be upheld because it doesn't exist, then hero's job is to establish the law, and then to prevent anyone else from destroying the law. That is hero. Yeah, we like that. That's nice and neat. We like that. That's very safe for us. That's a good, safe starting spot. But Trickster. Trickster's job, well, Trickster's selfish. Trickster thinks only of him or herself at any given time. It's all about, oh, what do I need in this moment? You know, it's all those appetites, right? I'm horny, so I have to have sex, and I don't care who's going to get hurt. I'm hungry, so I have to eat this food, and I don't care if it's good or bad for me. I don't care if it's yours, right? I want that car, I'm going to steal it. I mean, this is Trickster, right? Trickster is kind of sketchy, right? How do we combine those two? What is a Trickster hero? Well, I told you last week that a Trickster hero is a unintentional and definitely reluctant hero. A hero who might accidentally save the day, right? Okay, that's how we can reconcile this kind of hero and Trickster liminal thing. But there's more to it, because we don't have heroes that can actually create life. See, this is why I have a real problem with Joseph Campbell saying that the mother's, you know, birthing situation, whatever, ability is a hero's quest. Because you know what? Creating life, while it's heroic, you know, it's not the archetype of hero, in my opinion. This is an educated opinion. But I don't think so. I think it's something more. It's definitely more liminal than that, because while you're pregnant, well, first of all, your body is taking something from outside of it, and it's merging it with something from inside of you, and it's creating something completely new. Yeah? And yet, the DNA that we know about now is all there. The mother has it, the father has it. You can't create new DNA, although it morphs and changes. Well, that's liminal, isn't it? And then the little tiny speck becomes a bean, which becomes a thumbprint, which became, right? Okay. And in the span of 9 months, it continues to change and changes the mother's body at the same time. And then there's the whole birth process, right? Going through the canal and fighting to be born and then coming through, but you're still attached through the umbilical cord. It's all liminal. How is that heroic? It is completely a trickster journey.